Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a video that has been about 7 months overdue, and that is my Q&A video, and I decided to do it, I don't know how to say this word, like the mukbang style, where you sit down and answer questions and eat. And honestly, when this video started going around, I was like, what the heck, like, why is that a video? But then as like a producer of videos, I was like, why would I not want to sit in front of the camera and eat food and answer questions? So that's what I'm doing today. So for the food, I have my water right here. And then I got a job working at an Asian restaurant, so I've been eating a ton of their food. So today I have the miso soup that I just heated up. This is leftovers, by the way. And then I know I don't have a ton of food, but I have my leftover hibachi chicken. So I have like the rice, the chicken, and then some vegetables. And I just heated this up too. I love food so much, you guys. Like, I know I'm 2.5 pounds, but... So I wrote all my questions down on this little piece of paper. I have like quite the mix of questions here, so I'm just gonna crack open my water and start answering. The first question I got was, have you been accused of shallowness for the makeup you wear? I brought a spoon, but like, I'm just gonna sip on this. I don't think shallowness is the right word. I have been accused of being like fake, or I don't know if there's a word for this, but like being like too done up to have be fun. Like, I'm so concerned about like my hair and makeup that I can't go canoeing or something, or sledding, and it's like, that's not true. The thing with me and makeup is that I either wear it a lot or I wear none. I don't really have that in between stage. So if I'm going, like my family and I went skiing, like I didn't wear makeup, like, you know what I mean? And I can have fun with that. But I can have fun with makeup on. So I feel like shallowness isn't the right word, but I've definitely been accused of being like no fun. And then I've definitely been accused of being fake. That's a good one. Which is funny because people that really know me, even people that don't like me, know I'm not fake. Like, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm probably too blunt more than I am fake. What do you love the most about makeup? I love that makeup washes off. I mean, I think that sounds so dumb, but like, I love that I can, like yesterday I wore purple eyeshadow. And then like, I've worn crazy weird stuff before, and I love that at the end of the day it just washes off. It's not a permanent deal. And so if my lipstick's too dark or my eyelash isn't on right, like, it's makeup, it's not permanent, your life isn't ruined. I think makeup is sick because it washes off. Doing my makeup is such a de-stress for me, and it's kind of like, it's like my form of like art, and just like sitting down and blending my eyeshadow and things like that are, I don't know, like for me it's actually really like therapeutic, and I love sitting down to do my makeup. Another makeup question is, what made you start makeup? I started wearing makeup when I was pretty young. I would say I was in 7th grade, so I was about, I think, what, you're turning 12 in 7th grade? And I started wearing makeup because when I was born and when I was young, growing up, I had this especially circle under my eyes. The bag under my eyes is very, very, very dark. And people used to ask me at school, like, why is it like that? And then I know that I had my mom's friend asked her one time if I was like okay, because it was just so dark, and especially in the winter where I live, it gets cold and you get paler, so that stands out so much more. So it was especially this circle under this eye that was just so dark, and like getting older, that became a huge insecurity of mine. So my mom bought me some Avon Stick Twist Up Concealer. I'm thankful that my mom helped me out, but oh my gosh, sometimes when she complains about like having like age marks near her eyes, I'm like, Mom, I swear it was that concealer, because it was like a glue stick that you just like tear the under eye area with. But anyway, that's kind of how I started makeup. And then I also got acne very, very young, around that age, 11, 12. And I got concealer into foundation, and then it just kind of built up from there. And 7th grade was my year of the ring eyeliner. That was me 7th grade. My favorite thing about college in Florida, if you guys didn't know, which you probably don't, I guess, I don't go to school in Florida anymore. I miss it, like, dearly. I miss it, and that's a video for another time. But my favorite thing about going to school in Florida, honestly, was being in Florida. I liked being alone and independent, and I love the heat. I love tube tops. I love the beach. Another question actually kind of goes along with that, so I'll just answer that one now. And it's, what are you doing with your future? Great question. I ask myself every day. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. I was in nursing, and now I actually like to think that being in Florida, where I was in Florida, has made me kind of pick what I want to do with my life, which my favorite thing actually about being in Florida was where I was. There was so much community, and there was just so many like outreaches for students around different colleges to get together, and there was just like I don't know how to explain it. The town just came together with a lot of events and stuff, and going from there to back home where like I don't even know this neighbor's last name. Like, it's just so different, and has really made me see how much you can grow a community and people come together on things like that. And that's made me kind of think like I kind of want to do something with my future in that aspect. I am only taking 2 classes right now. I think that my direction is going to be a little bit more public policy, which deals with how rules are made and how we fix problems. And the biggest word with public policy is just been community. And so I'm really enjoying that class, and that's kind of where I see myself in the future. But I like the international relations aspect because I always kind of want to be moving around and helping out with communities and families, and I would like to do that internationally. One product I can't live without. Does chicken count? I don't know if this means like mascara or this means like a specific mascara or something, you know what I mean? So my favorite like generic product that I can't live without, either lip gloss or highlight, because I feel like on a bare face, if you have one of those, you still like, you're banging. Specific product would also probably be it's actually my NYX Pinup Tease mascara. I've been trying to use different mascaras lately, and they just flake all over my face. Honestly, oh nice, cute. So I would say my NYX Pinup Tease mascara is probably the one I can't live without. Also though, my Stila Heaven 2 highlight, you guys know how I feel about that, so. Good question. What is your faith/religion? I actually get this question kind of a lot, and I've thought about making a whole separate video on it. If you're interested in that, I would love to do that. But short answer, I grew up in a Christian home, but in the church that I grew up in, I always, from like very young age, knew that would not be where I saw myself long term. So when I was 19, actually, last year, I decided to go to a different church, which was a big deal in my house, but has been something that, like, the church that I'm at is one of my greatest blessings in my life that, like, I can't even explain. My faith/religion, I guess. So my main belief is that I believe everything that's written in the Bible. So you can say, oh, Baptist, Pentecostal, Presbyterian, but I've been to all of those churches, and not all of those preach the Bible, I guess, or as much as I would like to. So my basis, my theory, my beliefs come from what's written in the Bible, and the main belief that I like stand behind, that everything revolves around to me, is that the Lord, God's Son, came down to the earth and was sinless, never made a mistake, never ever sinned, and because he was sinless and spotless and perfect, he died on the cross to pay for the sins that he knew one day April would be born and would have a life full of sin. And so he took those sins for me so that when I die and I come before the Lord, he says, why should I let you into heaven? And I say, because you died on the cross in my place. And that's what I believe, that I'm going to heaven one day because I trusted that the Lord took all of my sins that day. I love so that's my faith/religion. The church I'm going to is a very community-centered church that preaches that, salvation and everything else that is written in the Bible. And so, yeah, that's basically the basis of my faith/religion. Back to the soup. What's with all these teenagers getting married? Well, I don't know. I actually feel like I've seen a lot of that this year too. Not even teenagers, but just like young adults. My thing is, if you find your person, you know that's your person, go for it. But that's on you. Like, I don't want to get married young. And I think you're young. If you're young, like, take advantage of it. Find out what you truly want. Get your heart broken. Break a few hearts. And figure out what works, what doesn't. What do you get along with, what don't you? Figure these things out. And while you're young, you can do that. When you're married, you can't do that anymore. You're stuck. So that's my view, but to each his own. This question is trying to get me in trouble. And it is future tattoo plans. My poor mom. So I'm not actually going to answer this question because I think that for me, tattoos are very personal, and I'm not going to get something to just be like, look, I want it for specific reasons that have helped me. I do have future tattoo plans, but in 2018, I did get my first tattoo right here, and I'm not going to show you, but caused a lot of problems in my family. I was going through a very tough time, and self-harm was creeping into my life in a lot of different ways, and getting my tattoo helped me. I always get so emotional when I talk about it. In so many more ways than I can explain, and I don't regret it. I don't wish it wasn't there, and I'm so thankful for it. Every time I see it, like, I really, truly am like, this was one of the best decisions that I've made. Don't scar your body unless it's something beautiful, and I'm just going to leave that there. Best advice to give to young girls / past self. If I could give my past self some advice, I don't know, that's actually a tough one. I think that I wish I was more fun, I think. Like, I wish that I dated and made more friends and stepped out of my comfort zone and really, like, again, like I said, like, found out what I like and don't like. And even with, like, my major religion, like, I wish that, like, when I was younger, I would have tried to figure those things out then. But my favorite SpongeBob episode, I think this is cheating, but my favorite SpongeBob anything ever is the original SpongeBob movie where he goes to get King Neptune's crown. It is the most freaking inspirational movie I've ever seen in my life. I literally mean it. It's so good. But if I have to pick an episode, I would say the Krusty Krab pizza one is one of my favorites because it shows his devotion to his job and his life and his restaurant. And even though life threw something very strange at him, he took it like a man and went and, like, accomplished it. And even though there were obstacles, like, he was determined. And I think, guys, there are some meanings in SpongeBob. I'm telling you, you just gotta look for them. One of my resolutions is to get up earlier and seize the day. I just feel like when you do that and you get into a habit of waking up earlier, you're happier, you feel better, like, you have more life. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a good habit to have anyway. Another resolution that I have is to just go. I feel like a lot of times I feel stuck and I feel trapped, and one of my resolutions this year is, like, if I want to go somewhere, I mean, with, like, being smart and not being, like, a freaking idiot, but, like, go. And just to take every opportunity that comes at me. But yeah, I can't really think of any other resolutions I have off the top of my head. What has helped your depression? Honestly, I don't really have an answer for this. Every day is different. Some days I wake up and I'm just like good and I'm happy. Some days I don't want anyone to talk to me at all. Believe it or not, I don't. Today is one of those days that I woke up and I was like, and then I was like, I really don't want to film this video. I don't want to film this video. And then I was like, you know what, April, like that's when you know you should film. And I actually do think that filming helps me a lot. Getting out of the house, realizing that no one else is going to understand you. Whatever aspect you're creative in, working on that. So to me, just being weird with makeup and that has actually really helped me. I don't really have a great answer for this. And oh, another one that I have that was in my video from 2018 is to remind yourself of the Lord's promises and that to know that like what you're looking for, whether it's sleep, peace, love, acceptance, like is available to you. Like you can have that. And when you kind of remind yourself like I actually can have that. Like if you're after $1 million, you can physically, like you are able to get $1 million if you apply yourself and that's your goal and you reach your goal. It's the same with these things like peace and love. Like I said, these are attainable things, and if they're out there and they're available, then like you can have them. And so that's similar to the thing I was saying earlier about getting an opportunity. Is like if there's an opportunity out there, put your name on it, like make it yours. And so knowing that and just telling yourself that actually has helped me a lot. What do you disagree with your parents on? I don't want to throw my parents under the bus, you guys. I have great parents. I really do. But I do disagree with my parents on a lot. I do. Religion, to an extent. School, what I'm in school for. My tattoo. My abilities / rights / feelings as a woman. I'm just gonna leave that there. Turn offs and turn ons in a guy. Lack of motivation is a turn off to me, like complaining about school and work, or like, oh my god, I don't have a job, and not looking for a job, and lack of motivation is disgusting. Even in a friend, I don't like that. I don't want to be around that. Saying you're gonna do something and not doing it, like not being a person of your word, pisses me off. And then this is a dumb answer, but turn ons, honestly, like I look at my parents' relationship and I think that one of the biggest reasons that it's worked out so well is because my parents are so fun. And so I hope that my future husband is as fun as my dad is. And I feel like guys these days just want to like play video games and text, and like I want a guy that's like, let's do this. Like I want a guy that's fun. That's a turn on to me. Someone who teases / messes with you is kind of like a low key like jerk, like just like teases you. If I'm like attracted to that. Similar taste in music, I like country music, and when a guy likes country music, I think it's this finger. That's how much I don't want to get married. I don't even know. Optimistic, positive about the future, independent, responsible man that's making moves towards a future and not sitting on his butt. And the next question goes on with that is, how's your love life? My love life currently is working on accepting more of the Lord's love for me and learning how to properly love myself. Biggest regret in 2018. This is a dumb answer that I have, but it's just the first thing I think of is getting my ears pierced. I got my ears pierced for the first time in 2018, and it's actually been one of my biggest regrets because it's been, I got them pierced October 6th. I think it's the 27th of January today. November, December, January, well over almost 4 months, and they're still not healed. I've done everything that you're gonna say, oh, try lavender, try Vaseline, try these earrings. It doesn't work. My ears, like, if I take earrings out and go to bed, tomorrow morning they'll close up. Like, they'll literally, like, get, like, a film over them of skin on both sides, and then they will bleed like crazy when I go to put earrings in. So they just didn't heal right. Let me be straight with you guys. Getting my ears pierced hurt so much. I don't understand. Like, I knew it would be like, oh, a little pinch. It hurt for days. Like, they swelled up. It just hurt so much. I got a freaking tattoo in, like, the bad zone with tattoo. Like, when you get a tattoo, like, this is what they call, like, the red zone. This is, like a painful zone. This hurt way worse. So that's one of my biggest regrets of 2018. I don't really like to think of other things as, like, a regret. I learned a lot of lessons. I figured some things out. I got knocked down a lot, but that's the only really regret I can think of was getting my ears pierced. Do you smoke or drink? I have never in my life ever once in 21 years smoked anything ever. So that's a no. People are always like, oh, why? I think it's gross personally. I just do. It's my personal opinion. So I don't have any plans to. I think it's gross. I do like the taste of some alcohols. I do. I don't go out and party and get drunk ever. And I'm not into that. I'm not into, like, partying or anything like that. But I had a friend, and I would go over her house, and we would watch, like, Bachelor or, like, do our homework and drink, like, a little bit of wine. And I like the taste of, like, white wine. I really like. So I like the tastes of them, but I don't, like, go drink. You know what I mean? I don't go out and drink, like, at a club or something. My favorite Bible verse, I have the reference right here. Because I don't know it. I think it's in James. But my favorite Bible verse is just a clip of a verse, and it says, but he gives more grace. And I remember where I was sitting when I first read that verse, and I went to church this morning, and my pastor started talking about how, like, his favorite words in the Bible are, but God. And he said, this morning, he said, if you can understand the words, but God, like, you'll be saved. Because nothing, like, your life can be destroyed, you can be depressed, anxious, hurting yourself, like, just absolutely, like, the most rock bottom ever, and you read, but God, or, like, but he gives more grace. And I think that's just, like, you need that every day. And I think that even when you are lowest of lows and highest of highs, like, the best and the worst, but God. And so it's always about him. Everything goes back to him. And so one of my favorite verses is, but he gives more grace. And I just think that's beautiful. What would you suggest as a good face wash? Okay, this is such a random question. The Neutrogena oil-free acne wash is in a clear bottle like this, and it's orange. It's like a neon orange liquid. My dermatologist recommended it to me, and my younger brother, and my whole family uses it. We've been using it for probably 6 months now. It will tighten and dry out your skin a tiny bit, so you gotta moisturize with it. But as far as, like, texture and just, like, general face washing, I use that at night. I just jump in the shower and rub that on my face to take off my makeup. It's great. It's going to clean out your skin, and that's a great wash. And you can get it at, like, CVS, Target, Walmart. It's cheap, and it works really, really well. Don't buy Biore and other dumb brands. Just get the dermatologist one. Okay, my last question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years? For this question, I'm going to pull out some gummy worms. In 10 years, God. Guys, whoever asked this question, like, why? If you told me 3 months ago I was going to be sitting at home, I would be like, what the heck? Like, I wouldn't expect that at all. So 10 years, like, I have no idea where I would be in 10 years. I hope in 10 years, I'm living in, like, Georgia. Like, southern Georgia. And I'm at the beach a lot. And I have a Chow Chow puppy. And I love my job. And I've traveled a lot. I hope I'm doing more for others and for the community. And just like loving the people that are around me. I think that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you guys liked it. It's kind of weird. I mean, how do you feel? I just ate lunch, so I'm not mad. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me eat lunch. And I hope you got to know a little bit more about me, because I feel like coming on here and beating my face all the time doesn't help. But if you watch this whole thing, you're a freaking special fan. And thank you so much. And I will see you guys in my next video.